My first name in Italian is Antonio, and my surname is my real surname is a Greek surname is Palopoli, and I'm from the south of Italy, and now I live in Rome for many years, and I started to live in Rome in 2009, and I started the band in that period. And at the start, I was I'm looking for a singer for many years, and I started to thought that okay, I didn't find a singer, so I have to start to sing by myself. And after that, we recorded the first demo in 2015. Probably I talk a bit a bit more.
So the name of the band, Vultures Vengeance, and we're talking about your well, it's a new album, but it's really sort of an older album because if I read the presser, you guys did a lot of the recording during COVID and before COVID, correct?
Yeah, we recorded during the COVID. After the last gig before the explosion, the COVID explosion, and we started to record during the first months of COVID explosion in Italy, and this obviously complicated many things after the recording session, and so after that, the guitar player Tony and Matt decided to leave the band for all that problems, and so this took many times to have the finished record.
So I never like to do the whole, who do you sound like, or make comparisons, but for the benefit of my viewers and my listeners, because what I always try to do during these interviews is to introduce people to bands that they may not have heard before. So if I was to ask you Vultures Vengeance, a comparable of other bands, who might that be in terms of who you guys would sound like and that type of thing?
Okay, I think that the atmosphere is absolutely comparable to epic metal stuff, like obviously Manila Road, Omen, but also more underground stuff from the 18s, like Ethan's Rage, a Canadian band called Thunder Rider, or Witch Killer, that kind of stuff. But Vultures Vengeance are probably more guitar oriented in composition. I always try to keep that sound, to keep that magic atmosphere, but with more guitar oriented composition. So I think that probably only for the atmosphere, epic metal, all the epic metal bands in the 80s are really similar to our music.
Was it hard? I mean, I'm reading the information. You guys recorded this. It was done for a while. Was it hard to, I guess, have the album done and not have it released and sit on it and delay it? And I mean, you did it for different reasons. Like, I know you were looking to replace members and stuff, but was it hard to, contain your enthusiasm and not be able to get that out right away?
I never lost the enthusiasm, but it was really difficult to find other members, because I always looking for really good musicians, but at the same time, people that loves that kind of underground genre that we love. So for this reason, probably during the years, the band have always split in different parts in Italy, and not only Italy, because at start of 2020, the bass player lived in London, and we always every rehearsal there was always a trouble for everyone in the band from London, from the north of Italy, and this was really difficult. And after that, it was difficult to find other members too. So now we are split in Italy between Viareggio, Rome, and Ancona.
So the name of the album is Dark Age.
That stage,
Does that have have any special meaning? Is there any hidden meaning behind that? Where did that title come from?
Yeah, the meanings are many, but the that stage talks about an imagination of a dystopic future where all the situation that we have now comes to worst and worst. But it is the imagination behind it is a metaphoric vision of many different parts of reality of nowadays.
So what are your plans? I mean, 2025, 2024 is over. 2025, we're only a few weeks into it. It seems like we've been into it for months, but really it's just started. What are your plans for Vultures Vengeance? And once the album is out, do you plan on doing a lot of live shows? Will you be touring? I mean, touring is getting harder and harder, but what are your plans?
Yeah. At the moment, we have 2 gigs in Germany, in Essen and in Villingen-Schwenningen, in 2 festivals, old school festivals. And the first one is the Dying Victim Attack and Little Black Forest. And we have also more dates to confirm, and also to show to the public, because at the moment the only 2 dates are that in April, and after, obviously, later we will do a tour or
So where can my viewers, where can my listeners, where can they find out more about your band? Where can they get your music? Where do they follow you? Where do they go?
Sorry?
Where do my viewers find out more about your band and getting your music, and how do they go about doing that?
Sorry, can you repeat? Because
sure. So if my viewers want to purchase your music or find out more about your band, you have website, social media. Where do they go?
Okay. We have at the moment we have Bandcamp, but we started in 2015 without no social media, and this is only because I don't use the social media, and it's really, many people ask me about this side of the band, and many people thought that is a choice but I think that I don't use social media, and I think that for my music I don't need it, because I do it only for my passion, and only for love to do it. And social media is another way to sell, and I'm not a really good seller.
So I guess Spotify and the streaming services, is that the best way for my viewers to tune into what you're doing?
Absolutely. Spotify and Bandcamp, and obviously vinyls.
Awesome. My friend, I want to thank you for doing this. And I want to stay in touch with you, see what you're doing in 2025. I know you guys are going to have more than 2 shows. I like what you're doing. Very well produced. Sounds great. And thanks for your time.
Thanks to you. And really glad to be here again. And hope to see you somewhere in the world and share a couple of beers together.
Tony Steele, thank you, my friend.
Bye-bye.